Hi and welcome back everyone, welcome back to a new Black Desert mobile video. Right, so this video, as you can see, will be quite special. Right, seeing as how the striker is about to be added soon, right, on May 12th to the global version of Black Desert Mobile. Right, we'll do a special overview of the striker's skills, and then we'll do some PvP matches, right, just to showcase how he does in the arena. Right, so without further ado, let's jump right into it. Right, so let's take a look at his skills. Right, starting off, the first skill here. Right, so this skill has frontal block, and you can see there's lap brief and L here. Right, frontal block. Right, and you can turn on some settings. For example, attack buff. Right, at level 1 will be additional 20 attack. This will increase the number of targets you can hit. Right, so this skill, it has frontal block and it does a daze. Right, as you can see from the animation, yeah, it does a daze. Right, so let's move on to the next. Okay, so the first skill that we just described is good for PvP. Right, with the frontal block and its fast animation and the daze. Right, so let's go on to the next skill. Right, the next skill, as you can see, it does a daze as well. It has L and a hit. Okay, but you can see that it's quite slow, yeah. Okay, so this is only when you tap on it once. Okay, but if you tap on it and hold it, yeah, you can see that it's quite slow. Right, so I wouldn't really recommend it for PvP unless you are using this on someone who has already been knocked down. Okay, so let's move on to the next. Okay, as you can see, this skill doesn't have any frontal block super armor whatsoever. Right, it's really only good for farming. That's Serets and L. Okay, and let's move on to the. Okay, so you can see. Okay, really, I wouldn't recommend it for PvP. Yeah. Okay, so next. Okay, so this is one of the skills that you will spam quite often in PvP. Right, you can see that it has super armor, but not right. The super armor does not work in the arena. Right, obviously it has lap brief and Serets. So obviously here, right, just go for lap brief. Yeah. Okay, so this will give a attack speed debuff to your enemy player, whoever you are fighting, and it does a bleeding effect. Right, 60 per second. Okay. So as you can see, it does a knockdown effect as well. Yeah, instant knockdown. Right, just be careful because the super armor does not work in the arena. Right, so moving on. Right, so this is one of the best skills to use in the arena. Right, as you can see, that super armor, right, it's very fast. Right, even though there's no branch damage on it. Right, but this is good. Right, for you to use as a initiator. Right, for you to start off a combo. Right, as you can see, right, it does a stun. Right, so a good way to start a combo is to use this skill followed by this skill. Yeah, and then you can do a knockdown. Yeah. Okay, so moving on. Okay, the next skill. Right, this skill is good in the sense that it does a daze as well. There's Serret and a hit. Okay. This is level 3, increases attack range by 10%, increases number of hits by 1. Okay, it has frontal block, but the frontal block does not work in the arena. Right, you can, okay, there's this option here for you to change it to super armor as well if you want to, but obviously the super armor does not work in the arena as well. Okay, so moving on to the next skill. Right, this is right quite similar to this kick skill. Yeah, it's quite similar as you can see. Right, so you can use it in one after another if you want to. Right, so for this skill, right, there's lap brief and a hit. Okay, and there is life stealing. Per hits 60. Right, so up to 4 hits, so there will be a level 1 240 HP of life stealing. Right, this is movement speed debuff 10% to whoever you are attacking. Right, so as you can see, this skill does an instant knockdown as well. Yeah, right, so you can use this skill along with this as well. Right, it's up to you how you want to chain it. Yeah, as well. Yeah. Okay, so next we have this skill, which looks like the striker is jumping and spinning forward, right? It does a knock back, yeah, as you can see from the animation. Okay, so there's at level 1, there's a minus 20 defense debuff to your enemy, plus 5 movement speed buff to yourself. Level 3, okay, minus 2 seconds reduction in cooldown. And then level 2, okay, so what this is once you get to level 2 on this skill, if you use your dodge before this skill, right, you'll be able to cover a longer distance, right? Because this skill allows you to jump forward to cover a distance. Okay, so moving on, right, you can use this skill in PvP as well, yeah. Moving on, right, next is the grab. Okay, obviously the grab has super armor, yeah, right, obviously. And then when you get to level 3, there's additional 3 seconds cooldown reduction on this grabbing skill, right? And obviously the grabbing skill has no branch damage. Okay, so lastly, this skill, this will be one of the missing skills, right? Similar to how all classes currently have one missing skill. Yeah, so for the global version, okay, so when we first get the striker, we will not have this skill, right? But just to go over what it does, right? It is basically a jumping uppercut, right? Which does a knockdown as well, yeah. Okay, and right, do note that when your striker is jumping, right, he will not be grabbable. So basically, any grabbing classes, if you want to grab a striker when he's jumping, right, that will not happen, right? And of course, the level 70 buff, right, which is essentially the exact same as what the gladiator has, right? So basically, for every 2 seconds, your health will regenerate for 100, for a total of 500 at level 1. Attack plus 50 for 30 seconds, and 2 seconds cooldown reduction to your dodges. Yeah. Okay, so we'll be using these skills, okay, for PvP, but let me just adjust the... Okay, we can go with this as well. There are a few ways you can go about for striker PvP. So without further ado, right, yeah, I say that often, let's jump right into striker PvP. Alright, okay, so now we'll be looking for some matches and we'll see what classes we come out against, right, to show how a striker can use his skills, yeah. Right, so playing as a striker is all about going in and out, yeah, at the right timing, and because there's no blocking, so you have to time your dodges and when you attack, yeah. So for example, we'll start off with the skill that has super armor. Okay, you can use your drag as well. You can move the direction of the drag, yeah, the grab, yeah. Okay, so you start off, right. A very simple way of combo is to start off with this. Okay. Stun, daze, knockdown. Right, so let's find a match, right, to show how you can use the striker in a 1 versus 1 PvP match, which the striker is designed for, yeah. Right. Right, so obviously it was simple. One of a very straightforward combo for the striker is to use the super armor skill, which is this. Okay, daze, stun, daze, and knockdown. Okay, you can use the grab and change the direction as well using your directional input. Okay, so anyway, this match should be over. Right, you can dodge. Right, so you can see that the striker's dodge is a dash as well. Right, let's find another match. Right, let's find another match. Right, hopefully you get a different class. Alright, so that is an Awakening Lawn. Right, so Awakening Lawn should be one of the latest classes, yeah? It looks like she's waiting. Let me just go in and yeah. Also, she's baiting us. Yeah, you can see that she was baiting us. Yeah. Yeah, so obviously we don't have our level 70 buff. Yeah. So we'll just wait for our dodgers to return. Yeah. Okay. Stun, daze, knockdown, and knockdown, and knockdown, and grab again. Kick and kick. Yeah. And GG. Yeah. Yeah, so it's a rather straightforward combo. Yeah. Alright, let's find another class. Right, so that we can show how you can use the striker to fight against different classes in the arena, because the striker is designed for 1 versus 1. Yeah. Right, to be honest, he's not great at farming. Yeah. Okay, so that looks like a Dark Knight to me, or rather an Awakening Dark Knight. Yeah. Okay, let's wait for our skill to return first. Right, so for Awakening Dark Knight, you can see that they are long range nukers. Yeah. Okay, grab, kick, and let's go away. Let's wait for our skills to return. Okay, so stun, daze, knockdown, and knockdown. Yeah, and GG. Alright, let's see what class this is. Okay, it seems like we have the same player. Right, we're fighting against the same player here. Okay, so stun, daze, kick, and kick. We can do another kick before the grab. Yeah, and kick, and let's dodge. Okay, so when she's about to do her attack, okay, so stun, daze, kick, and GG. Alright, let's find another match. Right, hopefully we get a different class this time. Okay, so that is a striker as well. So we are fighting against another striker, yeah. Okay, that is a good player, yeah. Yeah, that is a good player. And GG. Okay, so hopefully this short overview, right, on the striker and most of the PvP skills that you can use for the striker has been helpful, and hopefully you enjoyed some of the matches here. Right, obviously there are other skills combination that you can use for the striker. Right, it's also up to your preference as well. But right, hopefully this video has been helpful. Right, so if you like this video, if you think that it was helpful, it was entertaining, right, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, stay awesome and do look forward to more upcoming videos on Black Desert Mobile. Cheers!